Welcome back, focused learners. Today we're unpacking a highly technical, but honestly an incredibly practical standard, ISO/IEC 42001-2023. Specifically, we're looking at how it governs monitoring artificial intelligence system performance. Now, I know compliance standards can sometimes sound, well, a bit dry, but stick with me. By the end of this explainer, you're going to see how this framework is literally an indispensable tool for understanding and managing your organization's AI. Let's get started.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is the central million-dollar question. How do you audit an AI system that is constantly learning and evolving? Traditional software is relatively static, which makes it pretty straightforward to audit. But artificial intelligence, AI systems are incredibly dynamic. They're constantly learning, adapting, and evolving. People often describe them as black boxes. And if we aren't tracking these systems properly with rigorous, verifiable data, we open ourselves up to massive risks, from bad data to total noncompliance. So how do we audit something that is always a moving target?
Well, here's our brilliant solution. ISO IEC 42001-2023 Performance Monitoring provides the ultimate friendly framework to tame these evolving AI systems. The standard defines this as a continuous, data-driven process of evaluating an AI system's effectiveness, security, and compliance using verifiable metrics. It's not just a once-a-year checkup, it's a constant heartbeat monitor for your AI. It gives auditors a tangible, reliable map to navigate the crazy complexities of machine learning.
Here is our agenda for today. 1. Why AI performance metrics matter. 2. The 5 essential audit metrics. 3. Automating your data collection. 4. Creating transparent audit trails. And 5. Stakeholder review and approval. We're going to move from categorizing the metrics to how we automatically collect them, and finally wrap up with the documentation and stakeholder approval.
Section 1. Why AI performance metrics matter.
If you're a lead auditor, a compliance officer, or an AI developer, getting this right is deeply personal. The stakes are absolutely crucial here. Without concrete performance metrics, you're essentially just guessing at the safety and efficacy of your organization's most powerful technological assets. Think of these metrics as your AI system's dashboard. I really love this analogy. You would never drive a car at highway speeds blindfolded, right? No way. You need to know your speed, your engine temperature, your fuel levels. While performance metrics act as a comprehensive dashboard for your AI, giving you a complete, reassuring view of the system's health. It ensures the system is not only safe today, but is built for continuous improvement tomorrow.
Section 2. The 5 essential audit metrics.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what is on that dashboard. We have to break system health down into 5 specific bite-sized categories. We can't just look at one single number and declare a system compliant. Look at how logically this flows. First, we have input metrics. What resources are you utilizing? Think time, budget, and personnel. Next is process metrics. How well are you executing your procedures? This measures things like schedule adherence and team collaboration. Then we have output metrics, which are the direct, immediate results of the audit, like non-conformity rates. Fourth are outcome metrics. This is the long-term effectiveness, measuring whether the corrective actions you took actually succeeded over time. And finally, customer satisfaction. How do your stakeholders actually perceive the system? Through feedback and engagement. You can see how the inputs and processes beautifully feed into the final outcomes and happy customers.
Now, what's absolutely fascinating here is the balance. If you break this down, input, process, output, outcome, and customer satisfaction metrics each make up exactly 20% of the picture. All 5 metrics hold equal weight. You literally cannot have a highly accurate AI output if you completely blew your budget on the inputs, or if your customer satisfaction is down in the basement. ISO ISC 42001-2023 demands a perfectly balanced, harmonious system to achieve true compliance.
Section 3. Automating your data collection.
We know what to measure, but how in the world do we actually measure it? Given the immense speed and complexity of AI, doing this manually is virtually impossible. We need smart, automated helpers. Manual tracking is honestly quite scary in an AI context. It's prone to human error, subjective interpretation, and worst of all, delayed insights. By the time a human auditor spots a trend manually, the AI might have already made thousands of flawed decisions. On the flip side, automated systems give us real-time tracking, consistent data collection, and instant alerts the very second something goes wrong. It's safe, reliable, and instantaneous.
The source material details some fantastic automated mechanisms you can use. Think of these as your dedicated, tireless assistants, constantly feeding reliable data into your performance dashboard. You've got IoT sensors tracking real-time hardware status, like a machine's temperature, so it doesn't overheat. You've got ERP software monitoring the supply chain, inventory, and delivery times. For security, SIM systems provide real-time analysis of security alerts. And tying the whole shebang together, KPI dashboards give you a visual representation of anomalies and trends so you can grasp the situation instantly.
Section 4. Creating transparent audit trails. Catching the data is really only half the battle. Now we have to prove it transparently. We must document this data so that any auditor can verify our compliance. I like to call this the life of an audit arc. It's a beautifully logical chronology. First, define your key performance indicators, or KPIs. Second, establish your data collection mechanisms, like those automated tools we just talked about. Third, analyze and interpret the data. And finally, step 4, generate the audit trail. You're taking raw, chaotic data and transforming it into a verifiable, transparent story of your AI system's behavior. So, the crucial point is captured right here. Document, analyze, approve. I highly recommend keeping this rule of 3 in mind. It takes the sometimes heavy administrative side of ISO compliance and makes it catchy, memorable, and deeply satisfying. What exactly makes an audit trail transparent? It comes down to 3 things. First is traceability. You need to link every single decision to exact data sources. Second is root cause analysis. If a metric drops, you have to document exactly why it dropped. And third, actionable insights. Prove how the data triggered a corrective action. A truly transparent audit trail means an auditor can easily and happily follow the breadcrumbs from a system failure straight back to its root cause and then verify the fix.
Section 5. Stakeholder Review and Approval.
We've collected the data, analyzed it, and documented it. But AI governance isn't just about machines. This is where we bring the human element back into the loop. The standard clearly states, leadership commitment is a fundamental principle. Management is responsible for ensuring system performance is effectively managed, documented, and continuously improved. Automated tools are fantastic, but leadership and stakeholder focus are the ultimate safety nets. They give the AI system its ethical and operational compass.
To put that leadership commitment into practice, the standard outlines specific communication protocols. You need monthly management reviews for a formal review of performance data. You need real-time alerts for immediate communication regarding critical deviations, and stakeholder sign-off for final approval of accurate documentation. This structured reporting keeps everyone happy, informed, and actively engaged in continuous improvement.
If you take away just one thing from this explainer, let it be this. Documentation isn't just about passing an audit. It's about continuous improvement. That is the core philosophy of ISO/IEC 42001-2023. We don't measure and document to punish people. We do it to constantly grow, refine, and evolve our AI systems for the better.
So, I'll leave you with this question to ponder for your own organization. Are your current AI metrics capturing the big picture across all 5 categories, or are you just measuring the noise? It might be time to revamp your dashboards based on what we've covered today. Thank you so much for joining me, and keep learning.